thoughts. Now, before we end the show, about a couple weeks ago, uh, me and Jeremy did our reactions to WandaVision. Now, we haven't really talked about it since then. Now that we've
Nice.
gotten all the way up to episode, I believe, 6, what I want to ask Jeremy, what is your view of the last 3 episodes are going to be from this point on? Like, where do you think this is going?
Man, it is still so hard to tell. Okay. Episode 5 was a showstopper.
Yeah.
Episode 5, everybody shut down whatever else they were doing, and all eyes were on WandaVision for that episode. And
Mm-hmm.
it's obvious why.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 6 has been my favorite episode so far. Alex knows I love the holiday of Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
I actually was a pretty big fan of Malcolm in the Middle. It's where I discovered Bryan Cranston before I realized that he voiced Goldar on Power Rangers, and Lord, what was his name? Zordon?
Zordon,
No,
yeah.
yeah. So Bryan Cranston did some voices for Power Rangers. Anyways, I was
Mm-hmm.
a fan of Malcolm in the Middle,
Mm-hmm.
and this episode of WandaVision was very much that late
Mm-hmm.
1990s, early 2000s vibe.
Mm-hmm.
I like the music. I like the fact that the kids are finally becoming characters. We're starting to kind of see the difference. For those of you guys that are in the comments section, you're inevitably aware that Wiccan and Fast Ass, I can't remember what the kid's name
Yeah,
is.
yeah, really fast. I forget his name as well.
Yeah. Quickie, who knows? But so they're siblings. They're superheroes in the future. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if they're gonna go that direction in the series because there's this ominous thing about the kids and the yo magic.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of think pieces and theory videos have been put out about the feeding or stealing yo magic, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That the Great White is whoever is orchestrating all of this is the Great White. I don't know if it's Agnes. I don't know if it's Mephisto. I don't know who it is. But that's the shark. The shark is like this kind of like smiling, looks like they're good. I have a feeling it's Quicksilver because Quicksilver very much takes that antagonistic role in the episode when he's like, this was a pretty nice setup compared to doing the little magic things with your fingers or whatever. And at least you kept the families together. You gave them decent jobs. They're not suffering, so this isn't bad. This is almost like heaven to these people.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing the Lucifer thing. He's in
Mm-hmm.
her ear whispering these things that she needs to feel okay about what she's doing. She's even like, you don't think this is bad? And he gives her that affirmation that he needs. He's the serpent, you know what I mean? Whispering in her ear.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that. I think it's really cool because the one way you're going to be able to get to Wanda, other than through Vision, who isn't human in the way that we perceive human.
Mm-hmm.
Does he have a soul? Who knows? All of that kind of stuff. But Pietro was definitely a mortal who was killed. He was her twin brother, the person that she was, sorry about the P,
Oh, you're
closer
fine.
to anybody that she'd ever been. So the best way to Wanda is through her twin brother. I thought Agnes was the big villain until this episode. I think that scene kind of threw me off of that.
Mm-hmm.
We originally talked, and I was like, "Yeah, dude, Wanda is the end all be all. She's the villain being set up for Phase 4." I don't think they're going that direction anymore. So my big question though is like, who could Pietro be?
I, you know, I said last time we talked, and I believe when one of the topics on the show was she going to be the villain in the Doctor Strange movie? I said that yeah, because I believe that she's controlling all of this shit.
Mm,
After I watched episode 6, I really do think there's a part of her that's in control, but I also believe that there's somebody else manipulating her
yeah,
in
same.
some way, shape, or form. Now, people are saying Mephisto. We have seen no sign of him whatsoever. That doesn't mean he ain't there. It's just we have not seen him. For some reason, she's made a reality where Pietro is the X-Men Quicksilver.
Yeah.
And I don't know how she did it. Clearly, she's in control of this reality because she pushed, I guess, the boundaries of it where Vision was trying to escape and it brought him back in. And then I guess it furthered the landscape of
Westview. Uh-huh.
Westview, and I was like, okay, she's in control, but there's something still wrong. So I don't know if I can name her the villain anymore. I believe I said I thought that Vision is dead after that last episode. No, she brought that fool back to life. Like
Yeah, okay.
yeah, because I don't think he's dead. Like he left the perimeter, and
Yeah,
and
yeah.
obviously he was being sucked back then. But if he was dead, if he was really dead, like I don't know if he would be able to leave that reality. So I'm interested. I'm really interested to see it. Man, I don't know. I thought Agnes was the main villain too, but I don't know.
So, do you
No,
think that Marvel would bring the devil into the MCU?
of course. I don't see why not. Yeah,
Okay, okay. I
because
think
like
that's crazy as hell.
they're doing Blade. Like, I mean,
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Okay, so did you hear that in China
mhm,
they're not allowed to have on-screen presentation representation of Satan,
mhm,
and because Marvel is so embedded in the Asian film industry, they're
mhm,
saying would they put this character in that could potentially make it to where it couldn't screen in China. So I know that's some meta stuff, but stuff that you would pay attention to, stuff that I would pay attention to is like if let's just say this meta narrative, if Marvel would not be allowed to play their films in China because of this character,
mhm.
would they still put that character in there?
I I think what they would do, they would put a devil-like character, but not call him Satan.
And Mephisto might be good enough.
Exactly. Like they'll
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
merge Mephisto and Satan together and just say, hey, this is Mephisto. So that way they settle with the Asian markets and then the North American markets.
yeah. You're
That's
right.
the only
You're
way I
right.
see that. But my thing is that with the Mephisto thing, we have not seen any sign of him in the show. That again, that does not mean he's not there. But at the same time, it seems like Wanda is in control. Like everything is happening because of Wanda. But the one key thing I want to point out before we wrap this discussion up is that Wanda told Vision that I am not as in control as you may think. I'm paraphrasing. As you think, there are certain things that
That's right.
happen that she did not do. And that makes me think that maybe she's created something that's taken a life of its own, or or Mephisto's literally fucking with her. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see. I like your theories though, man, and I think you're right. Maybe Mephisto isn't technically Satan, so good enough. And anything could happen. But to your point, I feel like it might be kind of whack to introduce us to a character we haven't met yet. However, if it's Agnes or Pietro, but it's actually somebody else, I'll probably be all right with that.
yeah, me too. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think about the last episode, the previous episode of WandaVision? Just jump into the comment section below and let me know your thoughts.